A Binge Pipe main menu screen offers a little something for everyone. Some people said Binge Pipe was crazy for launching a streaming service inside a party pack of 5 games and offering no way to actually monetize it. And we're taking that under advisement. Binge Pipe, we're open to constructive criticism.
I'm insufferable.
I'm just some dude that still has his old roommate's password.
I'm gonna live forever.
We are Binge Pipe!
Going outdoors has become obsolete thanks to these Binge Pipe programs.
Bears versus ducks. It pretty much plays out how you'd expect.
Okay, so it's a bet. If you can get the coolest girl in school to go to prom with you, I'll take a gender studies class that will teach me that women aren't commodities and challenges based on archaic standards of masculinity.
You're on, man!
Yeah! Why can't I cry?
Oh God, no. No, I'm changing.
Something's happening to all the boys at Rosedale High.
Yeah, it's puberty.
I thought this would have happened sooner.
First, we made a show about cows. Then, we made a show for cows. Now, a show about cows? For cows? No way. You don't deserve it.
You do not have to use your real name. You may put in a joke name. For some of you, there is very little difference.
So we did some digging, and Kara, the guy you've been talking to online, isn't who he says he is.
Oh no, did I get catfished?
Well, in this case, it was more than one person doing it, so we call it getting groupered,
It was a whole group?
and they did it on purpose.
That one's not a fish.
Looks like someone went to school.
I'm done here.
Karen, you've been through so much.
Yes, I have.
Personal tragedy after personal tragedy, followed by a series of small instances that, when compiled, add up to more personal. For this unique opportunity. Are you ready?
I think so.
Karen, turn around, face the mirror, and take a look at your new hat.
It sure is taking a long time to start this game, but Binge Pipe has time. We have all the time in the world.
Apple,
Fork,
Highway,
telephone,
democracy.
Binge Pipe. We are just another thing. Don't worry about it.
You're not ready for all this new Binge Pipe content, but check out these shows anyway, you risk taker.
Detective Arlo here. What happened?
This couple was murdered in their home and dismembered in the backyard.
Have we identified them?
June and Dan Carter.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. I'm June Carter.
Yeah, and I'm Dan. We're alive.
What miserable sicko could do something like this?
No one. No one did this. We're totally fine.
You can't make this vile stuff up.
You did. You made it up. We're both alive.
We'll let the court of public opinion decide that, lady. Tag 'em and bag 'em, boys.
Welcome back to Right or Wag, the only game show where...
Binge Pipe has mixed feelings about presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, we're the vape pen of the TV streaming service world.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and the game starts when I say it does. Right? Now! Just kidding. No, now! Just kidding, I have no power. Since it's just the two of us, how about you slip me $10 and we'll skip the hard ones. Okay, here we are.
Time for question 1.
Let's start with less swole, more smole. Look, I'm not 100% up on all my internet lingo, but according to my 7-year-old niece, a smole bean is a little adorable thing. Which of these smole beans is totally smole, but not a bean at all? A soybean taking a nap, a fava bean asking for a hug, a coffee bean wearing mittens, or a kidney bean learning to use Tumblr? Okay, let's take a look. Aww. Remember this moment. Smoleness aside, coffee beans are not beans, they're seeds. Also, coffee is not adorable, it's deadly serious, and I really need one right now. Anybody?
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Coming up next, dial Ah for murder. Which murderer committed the worst crime but has the mildest burn? First-degree murderer with third-degree burns, first-degree murderer with first-degree burns, second-degree murderer with first-degree burns, or second-degree murderer with second-degree burns? Let's see how that shook out. The better choice would have been first-degree murder is the most serious murder conviction in the U.S., yet a first-degree burn is the least serious type of burn. Now, how do they sentence arsonists?
Why don't we do it for free?
This one's called The Culinary Arts Are Metal as F, and this dis or dat is served. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's a specialty chef's tool sold by Sur La Table or a death metal band. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between a chef's tool or death metal. Here it comes. Oyster knife. Pig destroyer. Oxbow. Meat claws. Electric wizard. Fish lifter. Mammoth grinder. You barely rose above my expectations. Moving right along.
I don't need you anymore.
Let's try Welcome to the Jungle again and again and again. I think what made Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle so great is that they added a Guns N' Roses song to the name for no discernible reason. Which of these potential Jumanji sequels does not have a Guns N' Roses song awkwardly tacked on to the title? Jumanji Civil War, Jumanji Paradise City, Jumanji Knockin' on Heaven's Door, or Jumanji Back in Black? I love this part. Here's what a right answer looks like. Knockin' on Heaven's Door, Paradise City, and Civil War are all Guns N' Roses songs, so they would of course fit any Jumanji title like an awkward glove. But Back in Black is an AC/DC song. Now, I don't know for sure that Guns N' Roses have been writing their songs with the Jumanji franchise in mind all these years, but it's hard to believe that this is all just some crazy coincidence. Next up, ordering Amazons on Amazon. William Moulton Marston, creator of Wonder Woman, also helped invent something in real life that has properties kind of like which of her fictional weapons. Her invisible plane, her lasso of truth, her bullet-deflecting bracelets, or her girdle of Hippolyta. So what'd you pick? Y'all ready for this? Marston helped create the polygraph machine, which, like the lasso, gets to the truth of the matter. My own personal lasso of truth is a big glass of gin and vermouth. Yeah, martinis make me chatty. Round one is history. Take a second to catch your breath. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round two? Okay, back to business.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here's one for you. At 9 months will come a great flood. If famed seer Nostradamus had the gift of prophecy even as a fetus, what might he have predicted about his own birth? I shall emerge from my mother in Spain. I will flee from the womb in France. I will depart through a narrow canal in Italy. Or, in Germany, I shall expel myself from this moist prison. Hope you like what you picked. Who could have predicted this? Speaking of correct answers, Nostradamus was a French guy who was rather predictably born in France. It's impressive to know your horoscope before you have a birthday.
La vie est un canard. 7.
Here we have, we're always listening. That sounds creepy.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you've recently purchased 42 towels, we thought you'd enjoy reading A Confederacy of Dunces, Bridget Jones' Diary, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or Rich People Problems.
And how'd we do? I'm sure you meant well. Want to see the right answer?
According to this novel, towels are the most versatile invention in the universe, and 42 is the ultimate answer to the ultimate question. We may have your purchase history, but don't panic. It's unlikely our customer database will be breached a third time.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Behold, formation according to perspiration. And oh yeah, French Cutlets Prime Tour.
It's time for a delicious film.
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, focus up. Check out this gibberish phrase and guess what real-life piece of advice it rhymes with. Won't sweat, Brad? Sweat, Steven. And pay no attention to that punctuation. Don't freak out. You're gonna kick yourself. Let's get on with it, shall we? Introducing eloquence is a thing. Who has the largest vocabulary? Pikachu, Groot, the Raven, or Roadrunner? Okay, what'd you pick? Nevermore should you pick this answer. Were you thinking this one? Pikachu can only say its name, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven only says nevermore, Roadrunner says meep meep, but Groot can speak a whopping 3 words. I am Groot. And yes, I know Groot also says we are Groot at some point, so that's 2 more words. Groot can say 5 words. Are you happy? Don't at me.
sabes que es lindo. Yes, perritos.
Take a good look at Troublemaker. While ascending the chromatic scale, which creepy note does G always find following right behind him? The loathsome H, the eerie F sharp, the harrowing A, or the bone-chilling B flat? I love this part. Nobody picks that one. Now pay attention. The note G is directly preceded by an F sharp. F's also haunted me throughout my academic career. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more... Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Traditionally in it. I'll show you an ingredient, you tell me which dishes traditionally contain it. Bon appetit. Drink it in! I mean, what do you want me to say here? You played by yourself. It's more like taking a Cosmo quiz than winning a trivia game. Winning with a score that low is more humiliating than the time my mom walked in on me and I had to cancel my subscription to Woman's World magazine. I'll tell you what she told me.
You don't know Jack!
Okay, class, start pedaling faster. We're going up a hill now.
Binge Pipe's menu screen off. Are you tired of streaming services that are actually real and Binge Pipe's menu screen, the gold standard of menu screens. At Binge Pipe, we hear you when you ask, is this streaming service real or just a joke in a video game? And our answer is simple. Are you a lawyer? Just in case you're a lawyer, it's definitely not real. Wink, wink.
With my old streaming service, I could never get a hold of a customer service representative. Now that I'm a BingePipe customer, they never leave me alone. The second I have a problem, they're there to explain why it isn't a problem and why I should be more grateful for their ever-seeing eye.
The second my BingePipe router went out, a service team was in my home. I didn't even know I had a back door.
I thought the volume was off on my programming, but the BingePipe doctor discovered it was my ears that were wrong.
Not only do they closely monitor my enjoyment of their services, but they reward me if I turn in fellow customers who are not completely happy. Thank you, BingePipe.
Thank you, BingePipe.
Thank you, BingePipe.
Thank you, BingePipe.
Thank you,
Thank you, BingePipe.
Thank you, BingePipe. BingePipe. BingePipe.
Thank you.
The following BingePipe content is sponsored by Bob's Shoes. Not only are Bob's Shoes one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes you'll ever own, but for every pair we sell, we donate another pair to kids in need. But if you return a pair, we take a pair away from a kid in need. Bob's Shoes. You better order the right size.
911, what's your emergency? I think my husband's dead. He's been shot. Okay, where are you? 1442 Willow Street. It's going to be a few minutes before an ambulance team gets there. I'm going to give you instructions in the meantime, okay? Okay. All right. The first thing I need you to do is record the murder scene. Get a few different angles and maybe add a slow pan to a wall of family portraits. Oh yeah, that'd be really nice. What? Ma'am, please stay calm. We need you to film a few things for the potential true crime doc about your husband. True crime doc? What are you talking about? Ma'am, I need you to calm down and listen. It's crucial that we get some B-roll right now or, production is gonna drag on for this project. I am not filming that! Well, then can you at least get some footage of a neighbor acting weird or saying something cryptic? Or could you get some footage of maybe a crow flying from a telephone wire, landing on a fence?
You've heard of a tables, ladders, and chairs match, but this week on Wrestling is Everywhere, we are taking the competition to a new level by having it in the middle of a fully operational high-end furniture and home decor store.
I'm gonna rip you apart, sectional by sectional, armoire to footstool, because you are a sham, and matching duvet set. You're going to seasonal table runner for your life until you throw in your tea towel. You're about to hit the grounds, cause here comes the French press.
Hi, I'm looking for wall sconces.
No! This week on Wrestling is Everywhere.
Hey man, you succulent.
BingePipe cares about our customers. So we contacted your parents to learn your likes, dislikes, and topics we should avoid when we come over for dinner next weekend.
Hey kids, do you believe in a world of make-believe? Yeah! Then you too are susceptible to identity theft.
This week on Captain Funtime's World of Hard Adult Lessons.
Who wants to count my credit score? It won't take long.
Hey, I'm Austin Creed. You might know me from my career as a sports entertainer or from my highly successful YouTube channel Up, Up, Down, Down. But from now on, you're only going to know me from BingePipe. That's right. I just signed an exclusive multi-decade deal with BingePipe. Apparently. I don't really remember signing it, but they have all the paperwork, so I guess I did. I'll be hosting hours and hours of BingePipe programming right from this tiny locked room in BingePipe headquarters. And I'll be wrestling for the BingePipe Wrestling League, which they assure me is a real thing. I'm already so busy producing great BingePipe content, I couldn't go home if I wanted to. So, look for me, Austin Creed, right here on BingePipe, and please, tell my family that I love them.
We're waiting for players to join, so there is still time to change shirts. Not that we can see you in that terrible shirt. Have questions? Call our Binge Pipe customer support party line.
Hi, I'm locked out of my account.
Is that the same bald man who was in the other scene?
Hi, I fast-forwarded it too far. Can someone tell me how to rewind?
Anybody near Dallas, want to make out?
I'm sorry, is there a Binge Pipe representative in here? Representative.
You'll figure it out together.
But is it the same?
Oh, okay, it's a different bald guy.
Thank you.
If you value joy, check out this Binge Pipe programming content.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Julie.
We're best friends.
And siblings.
Or maybe we're dating.
It's super ambiguous. Right when you think we're for sure brother and sister,
We kiss.
but then we act so weird about it.
We just gotta be siblings.
Right?
Super ambiguous. Coming this fall.
Sure, we're just an island of talking horses, but can't we treat our island with respect? What? Were you all raised in a barn? You were? All of you?
You can play as an audience member and have an impact on the game, like someone who objects at a wedding.
Hey kids, do you think reading is fun? Yeah! Great! Then help me read this alimony letter from my ex-wife.
This week on Captain Funtime's World of Hard Adult Lessons.
D is for Deborah, and I wasn't good enough for her.
The walls! They're bleeding!
Oh my god! The microwave screen just told me the time and date of my death!
You know, Coop, I thought my wall thing was pretty scary. You didn't have to one-up me.
Now streaming, an original horror film about a couple who moves into a haunted house way too early in their relationship.
We should leave. Unless you don't want to.
No, we'll do whatever you want to do.
Well, I want you to make a decision.
Whoa. Hold on. I picked dinner last night.
Their lack of communication is downright scary.
I need to get out of here. I'm going to my book club.
I'll go with you.
Leave. Leave room for your own interests.
But Alice's friends love me.
Maybe we should hear the ghost out.
He's always on your side.
There's no sides here.
Available on Valentine's Day.
This is taking longer than expected. Just kidding. We prepare for everything. Everything.
Do you binge pipe?
Funny you should say that.
Why?
Because of words.
Binge pipe. We don't understand either.
Coming soon to Binge Pipe, this.
I love the relish that is coming through in this buttercream frosting, but I'm not tasting enough hot dog in the cupcake itself.
Coach, please, don't put me in. I got a really good thing going here, just sitting on the bench. I do not want to ruin that with actually playing. Please.
When I joined the religion, I was really hoping it was a cult, but later I figured out it was all on the up and up and not a cult at all. So I left.
According to the last census, I'm the fastest gun in the West.
The algorithm tells us consumers love upbeat music, so please enjoy thinking about your favorite song while waiting for other players.
Streaming now on an all-new Lion Punch.
I am the Lion Punch.
A troubling revelation.
Master of the demon ways. Protector of the 5 shards of the Korgon.
We bought 3 seasons of this show.
I have to avenge my father, and that's what I'm going to do because I have to do it.
But the main guy is not very good.
Lion Punch, this is a suicide mission. I won't follow you just to watch you destroy yourself.
I have to avenge my father no matter what. I have to do it, and I will do it with or without you.
Actually, you know what? I better come along after all.
But at least he's one hell of a fighter.
Punch! Punch! Boom! Flip around!
No, wait, he's pretty bad at that too, actually. That's Lion Punch on Binge Pipe.
Binge Pipe continues to stick with its commitment to present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, where creative meets corporate.
Hey, Cookie here. I'm gonna ask you some questions and heck, I don't know, maybe fall in love? Ready for your solo? I'll just sing harmonies in the background. All right, here we go.
Time for question 1.
To begin with, Frasier, I hardly knew her. Kelsey Grammer was the subject of the show Frasier. Grammatically, in which of the following is Kelsey Grammer the subject of the sentence? I am on a camping trip with Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer's knife goes missing from the tent. Kelsey Grammer rips the tent to shreds, screaming my name in anguish. Or I am being hunted by Kelsey Grammer. So what'd you pick? The subject is the thing or person in the sentence that is doing the verb. Kelsey Grammer hunts me, Kelsey Grammer chases me, Kelsey Grammer is being my king of nightmares. You get the picture.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Up next, South by South-North. Which of these southern points is farthest north? The southern tip of South Korea, the southern tip of South Dakota, the southern tip of southern Ontario, or the southern tip of South Wales? Let's see how that shook out. My buzzer isn't working, but I really wanted you to pick this one. The south of South Wales is the farthest north of all these southern points. This type of directional confusion is what we do west.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Why not try I hear the blues a-callin', and it's a this or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a type of salad or a type of omelet or egg dish. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between tossed salad or scrambled eggs. Okay, let's do it. Cobb. Denver. Gado. Bob. Tortilla Española. Tamagoyaki. Niçoise. You really excel in the middle lane. Now let's keep going.
I don't need you anymore.
It's time for Hola, mi nombre es Cookie Masterson. ¿Qué está celebrando el 5 de mayo? ¿El comienzo de la Guerra de la Independencia Mexicana? ¿La derrota de los franceses en la Batalla de Puebla? ¿El final de la Revolución Mexicana? And how'd we do? Muy mal. Want a hot tip on a right answer? El 5 de mayo conmemora la derrota del Imperio Francés por el ejército mexicano en la Batalla de Puebla. Para todos los hispanohablantes, gracias por jugar nuestro juego. Esos tontos hablantes de inglés no pueden entender una palabra de lo que estoy diciendo. ¡Qué montón de idiotas! Next, just the scrambled eggs for me. If Niles Crane becomes Nile Crane, how far will he stretch? From Seattle to Portland, from Seattle to Kansas City, from Seattle to Washington, D.C., or from Seattle to Caracas, Venezuela? Okay, let's take a look. Wait, do you mean Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri? Doesn't matter, it's wrong. Here's what you meant to pick. The Nile River is about 4,258 miles long, which means Niles can lie down in Seattle and reach a little beyond Caracas if he wants to. It's kind of weird we've had 2 Frasier questions. I thought we had an algorithm to stop repeats like that. Well, weird glitches happen sometimes, I guess. Round 1 is dead to me. Be careful. Nobody is catching up. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that. Okay, buckle in.
6 trombones is not a parade.
How about this one? I'm only watching so I can talk to my coworkers. Okay, what do you think of this premise for my Black Mirror spec script? There's this town that seems perfect, but all the women are robots. That's iRobot, dummy. That's Valley of the Dolls, idiot. That's Brave New World, stupid. Or, that's the Stepford Wives, moron. Hope you like what you picked. And here's where the money is. Oh yeah, the Stepford Wives is where all the men replace their wives with submissive robots. And so I've never actually watched Black Mirror, but I'm pretty sure every episode ends with a British person looking into the camera and saying, "Oh dear God, we've been in a computer this whole time." Is that about right?
La vie est un canard. 7.
I call this one, let's keep this night going. And uh-oh, Dress Up Kit's Dime Store.
It's time for a
Get those typing fingers ready because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, get ready. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what popular expression it rhymes with. Then we score more shots. And don't worry about that punctuation. I will pay a small fee. To get inside your head. Okay, pencils down. You just didn't get it, did you? Watch close. All right, let's move on.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Oh, here's a good one. I like when she tore him a new one. Say Frasier's ex-wife Lilith acted like her namesake in Hebrew theology. Oh, come on, another Frasier question? All right, keep it together, Cookie. What might she do in a very special episode? Steal Daphne's baby, set Eddie's heart on fire, devour Frasier after sex, or turn Bulldog into an actual bulldog? And how'd we do? Lilith was Adam's first wife, who went on to become a child-stealing demon. Okay, let me read this punchline. That's right, much like the show Frasier itself, Eve was just a spin-off. Okay, I thought we hired some younger writers for this game. Why are all these questions about Frasier? This feels like Volume 1. Feast your eyes upon this. I have been informed that Frasier is apparently very popular with millennials. I still feel like I'm being pranked by some of the elderly writers on staff, but anyway, how would Dr. Frasier Crane greet callers on his radio show if he wished to welcome them and follow the first step of the scientific method? Go ahead, caller, I'm predicting. Go ahead, caller, I'm experimenting. Go ahead, caller, I'm hypothesizing. Or go ahead, caller, I'm observing. Let's see how that shook out. Really? This was the one. The first step in the scientific method is observing the natural world and asking a question that you wish to answer. Coming up. Okay, let's get this over with. If Frasier is the Odyssey, what is Cheers? Oedipus Rex, the Iliad, Electra, or the Persians? I love this part. Whoa, whoa! Want to see the answer? The Iliad comes before the Odyssey, much like Cheers comes before Frasier. Well, now that we're almost done, all the writers can go home and go back to binge watching Frasier! You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, well, excuse me for living. Here's your clue. You are here. I hope you know where everything took place. Good luck. That's the game! Wow, you are the winner! And I guess technically the loser too. Judging by your score, I'll try not to use big words when I tell you... You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe was founded in 1372 by an isolated group of druids dedicated to the idea that someday the media landscape would be ready for a glut of streaming service options. And they were right.
BingePipe provides the quality content my friends and family needs for entertainment. But what about my physical nourishment?
Sounds like you need to try BingePipe carrots.
Come again?
BingePipe farms create human consumables using the latest data technology. Instead of water and sunlight, the crops are fed your personal information to create produce that's produced specifically for their target audience.
Wow, it tastes like nostalgia and self-importance.
That's the personalized touch and the glyphosate.
I don't know what could be better than these BingePipe vegetables.
They also make cake.
Oh, let's eat that instead.
Binge Pipe not only streams the highest quality programming other services passed on, but we also create original content based around our users' most frequent search terms. Please enjoy the following.
And then you simply place the glazed donut in between the two chocolate frosted donuts, because nothing says "F off, Rick" like my signature donut sandwich.
And the final rose goes to...
Binge Pipe regrettably informs you that we've brought back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, all the media you didn't know you wanted.
I'm Cookie, and this is You Don't Know Jack, the game where there are no losers. Unless you get a bunch of questions wrong. Either there's two of you, or my double vision is back. Now, remember, after this moment, you will be forever changed.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, fuck yeah, Crate and Barrel. Which of these is baller in that it makes balls? A microplane zester, a demi-tasse spoon, a stone molcajete, or a Parisienne scoop? So what'd you pick? Well, too late now. A Parisienne scoop is a fancy name for a melon baller. I f***ing love kitchen tools.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
And now, color wheel. Which unlikely cartoon couple would combine to form complementary colors? Pikachu and Big Bird, Shrek and Sonic the Hedgehog, a Minion and the Pillsbury Doughboy, or Cookie Monster and Chester Cheetah? So who got it? Well, I have definitely written some fan fiction about this. Complementary colors are opposite on the color wheel. For instance, blue and orange. They could also bond over their unhealthy eating habits.
Why don't we do it with 3?
This one's known as running a sparkling clean campaign. And oh joy, it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's a political action committee, you know, the kind that privately raise money to influence elections, or part of the name of a detergent packet for laundry or dishes, you know, like Tide Pods. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a political action committee or a detergent pod. And you're both doing this together, so pay attention. Ready? Let's go. Heartland Values Pack. Vivid White Bright Pack. Three-in-one Power Pack. Pride Pack. 3T Pack. Platinum Action Pack. would be really sad if you bragged about this. Okay, let's move along.
I don't need you anymore.
Here's one I like to call, The Revolution Will Be Delicious. If the bakers on the Netflix show Nailed It were challenged to recreate a Martin Luther-inspired cake, which cake would they be copying? A 12-layer cake with a nail in it? A 60-layer cake with a nail in it? A 95-layer cake with a nail in it? Or a 120-layer cake with a nail in it? Hope you like what you picked. Martin Luther was well known for his 95 Theses, thought to have been nailed on the door of a church, and became the foundation of the Protestant Reformation. 95 Layers was also the plotline for Lost. Try this on for size. BC stands for barely chewable. I don't want a diet quite as extreme as the paleo diet. What would I be on if I only ate foods from one period later? The Neo diet, the Meso diet, the Enio diet, or the Chalco diet? Let's see how that shook out. Your score is about to get a little lighter. Yeah, you're gonna kick yourself. The Mesolithic period directly followed the Paleolithic period. Funyuns existed then, right? Right? Round one is over. Time to see who is actually trying.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you could use a little help, and there's no shame in that. Looks like someone needs a little more help.
And remember, round 2 screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 2, before you get screwed. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
This is a real party now.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Take a good look at, apparently not part of your world. Which of these Disney princesses would not find a representation of their home country at Disney World's Epcot Center? Mulan, Belle, Tiana, or Merida? Okay, what'd you pick? Epcot Center's World Showcase features bite-sized versions of many countries, including China, where Mulan lives, France, where Belle was born, and the US, where Tiana hails from. But there is no tiny version of Scotland for Disney Princess Merida to mope around in. Truly a shame that we'll never experience Goofy's House of Haggis.
Hey, question.
At Binge Pipe, we value your needs. Would you like a loud question or a quiet question? Vote on your devices now. Your choices cancel each other out. Binge Pipe will choose for you.
J'ai mangé tous les œufs. 7.
Behold, a quiet question. What is the name of Simon & Garfunkel's second studio album? Sounds of Silence, A Kind of Hush, The Quiet One, or Careless Whisper? Okay, who chose what? No! Simon & Garfunkel released Sounds of Silence in 1965. I will now return to my normal speaking voice. Wait, do I always sound like this? I am so sorry.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Let's try My Car Runs on Dead Dinosaurs. I just got a Jurassic parking fee that's the same as the length of the Jurassic era. How much do I have to pay? $8 million? $54 million? Let's see who got it. That's correct, for a totally different question. The Jurassic period lasted about 54 million years. It may seem like a lot to pay for parking, but it's still cheaper than taking a ride share during peak hours. This one's called Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein.
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's monster.
John Lennon's alter ego in Yellow Submarine. Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. And how do we do? In the 1968 animated film Yellow Submarine, John Lennon is introduced as Frankenstein's monster.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
I call this one 50 Shades of Plays. If Christian Grey told Anastasia he needs audience members on 3 sides of his playroom, in theater terms, they'd be performing unspeakable acts on a spread stage, thrust stage, grind stage, or missionary stage. What'd you guys pick? A performance space that penetrates the auditorium, allowing audience members to sit on 3 sides, is called a thrust stage. And in live productions of 50 Shades of Grey, the first row would be called the Splash Zone. Welcome to the attack. Oh, you know what you're doing. That's nice. Here's your clue. It would be my honorific. Movie titles and TV titles are full of titles. Have fun. Player 2 takes it! I gotta hand it to you, Player 2. In your golden years, you can look back on this as your greatest success. Just try to forget this next part.
You don't know Jack!
Welcome back to the next Sound Effects star. Up next is Randall Smith, a contestant.
Hello!